here I am walking along this beautiful beach. Forgive the background noise, can't be responsible for what's going on in the background, but I'm walking along this beautiful beach just after sunset and watching what's going on around the world, but also in my own world. And the energies that are becoming more and more profound these days, the closer we get to Uranus moving into Taurus, believe it or not, and all these other astrological events that are happening around the 5th and 6th of August, April, March even, in a few days' time. Today is the 3rd of the 3rd, and if we make 2019 a 3 also, it's a 333 day, so that makes the number 9. A divine number, it's a divine day. It's a divine day every day though, isn't it? So, consciously, we shall be aware of what's going on the bigger scale of things to enable us to understand what's going on in our own world. And believe me, I've got enough stuff going on in my own world that I realize that there are certain things in certain cases that there's nothing I can do except to be there or here with my own sanity and with my own balance, and looking at previous life lessons and life parts to allow some sort of neutral overview of situation. And believe me, there's a repetitive pattern that's happening now that happened in 2011, and I can see it clearly, and maybe it's also happening in your life. So take a look back at 2011, this time 2011, end of February, beginning of March, and see what was going on in your life, and have a look and see if there's a similar pattern. That's all I can say to you. Certain things may be repeating themselves, certain things repeating themselves, but in a different, not in a different shape or form, but with different people, different places, different time, different timelines. So there's a timeline jump. And a lot of this is to do with this Uranus energy that's hitting us right now, in conjunction with a new moon that's coming, and Venus, and all of these other wonderful astrological events or astronomical events that are going on in the world right now. And when we we zoom out and we look at world case things that are happening, very similar things happening today as there was in 2011. What's going on in Venezuela is reminiscent of what was going on in 2011. And believe me, when Uranus moved into Aries on the 11th of March 2011, the Fukushima disaster happened exactly that moment. So this is not to bring fear or to do anything of the sort, but there will be a world incident that happens, ecological, natural occurrence that will happen on the 6th of March. I think it's around 8:35 a.m. GMT that Uranus moves into Taurus. And all of this build-up is about change, transformation, and many people are going through rapid transformations right now. This is why there's all of this holding on to old patterns, holding on to things, and afraid of the new. And even some spiritual gurus are running around like headless chickens. But luckily there's some people like me that are calm and got a different perspective on things and why they're happening. And it's all about consciousness and awareness. It doesn't stop things happening. It doesn't certainly stop our thought process going through. But once we understand the reasons, or there are some of the reasons behind it, we can certainly apply some logic and figure out how to deal with these things in a real world, in a real way, and for the benefit of everybody else. But again, we can't stop other people's free will. We can't change people's free will. We can only guide and offer our support and guidance whatever that may be, and however that may be. So in times like this, it's best to stay calm and collective, keep in control of what's going on in your life, and apply some perspective and the light's going, you see, so it is really sunset. Look at this beautiful place, some set up for an evening meal. So my guidance is to stay calm, stay grounded, and if you feel that you're losing the plot, jump in the water, jump in a bath, find somewhere safe to be in the forest or in the woods or next to a river, and allow yourself to bond with Mother Nature and to come to terms with that you're not in control. You're not in control of everything that's going on in your life, You're part of what's going on in your life. And many are looking to blame others for what's going on around the world or in their lives. But there's no portion of blame. There's nobody to blame. Things happen for a reason. And we're in the right place at the right time. There's a reason why I'm here in paradise. It's because I'm working. I'm working on my mission. I'm working on a mission that involves transforming many aspects of not only my life, but many other people's lives too. And I deserve to be here. I'm not living like a king. I'm living in Airbnb places, which is much better than these resorts that I'm walking past now, which are 5-star and 4-star resorts where you can do whatever you want to do and however you want to do it. But believe me, there's some changes coming. Changes that are going to rock the world. Changes that are going to transform the world and make us realize that Mother Nature and the universe is in control of this whole process that we're going through. We're just a little blot, or dot, blots for some, dot for others, on the landscape, on the scale of things. We're just a minuscule aspect and a minuscule element that adds energy or takes energy away from a situation. So if you're around low vibrational energy right now, I suggest that you head for the hills and get yourself into a place where you're surrounded by good energy, positive energy, and transformative energy, because transformative energy is positive energy. If you're in a good place, stay in that good place and share your love and light around the world with others, and promote happiness and joy and smiling, because that's why we're here. That's what we're here for. We're here to enjoy life to its fullest. And I can say that last night I shed a few tears because I miss certain people in my life, and I would love them to be here to experience this, what I'm experiencing. Amongst the work and everything else, I'm able to walk and sit on the beach and have fun and enjoy nature and enjoy the delights. I'm very fortunate to be here. I'm very grateful to be here. And I know that this is a reward for all of the work that I've done, not only with others but on myself. And I was watching somebody's video this morning. I don't watch many other people's videos this morning, but somebody sent me a link and said, "What do you think?" And they referred to a Matryoshka doll, Russian doll, about the different layers and the different aspects of the Russian doll. And he got to the center. And that is really what it's about. A lot of people have done the peeling of the lemon, peeling of the onion, and got to their inner self, but haven't got to that core. Some of us have, some of us haven't. And those that haven't are now being drawn, their lives are being put on hold or stopped, to make them have a look at what they're doing and where they're going, and look at the aspects of themselves that are not incomplete but need some work. That again is going back inside, is going within ourselves to understand what's going on. I've had to do that over the past few days, drawing up all my strength and energy. I'm trying to find some light, but it's very hard right now. Some energy to focus on how I can be of assistance to my daughter, my former wife, and my family, and how I can use the skills that I've learned over all of my lifetime really, but predominantly over the last 4 years, on how I can help them reach a place where there's peace and calm and neutrality. And there's a lot of resistance and there's a lot of mirrors going on. And if we don't apply this logic and common sense principle, and we allow our emotions to get carried away with us, things break. And normally it's mirrors that break. And people don't want another 7 years bad luck, especially if they've just had 7 years bad luck. We are going in a cycle. We are a cycle. As human beings, we are cycles. But there's also a much larger cycle happening, and that's the universal cycle. So, stay calm, stay positive, and be assured that whatever is going to happen is for the benefit of humanity, is for the benefit of the planet Earth, and it will allow us to reflect on what we're doing ourselves, not only within our own lives, but in the bigger world outside. And maybe we can apply some compassion and some empathy and look at things from a different perspective, instead of just our perspective. So on that note, because it's getting dark and nobody can see me, I'm going to send you lots of love and light. from beautiful, peaceful Mauritius. Namaste.